Right then, this is a very quick walk around video, and this is for a Volkswagen Touran. It's a 2-litre TDI Sport. I believe this is one of the facelifted models, so it's got this new style front end. Car's covered just over 104,000 miles and is in very, very nice condition, I have to say. It certainly doesn't look like a car that's done the miles it's done. Front of the car, lights and lenses are completely clear, intact. There's no cracks or condensation I can see. Bonnet is actually really clean for a car that's done that miles. You can hardly see a stone chip. Near side of the vehicle, really smooth in the panels. Can't see any obvious indentations there at all. There are a few little touch-ins done. I think a couple of spokes on the wheels have been touched in over the years, which again, perfectly understandable. I did see actually, it said there was no dents. I did see one. I mean, it is minuscule. It's like, you can hardly even see it, to be honest with you, but there it is. It's for what it's worth. Then come in the back. Again, all generally good. Obviously, over the years, people sliding things in and out. There's a few little touch-ins done on the bumper as people slide things in and catch them, but at least they've attended to them rather. Offside, again, very, very clean in the panel. Again, more sort of touch-ins on the alloys. But generally speaking, I have to say, for a car that's done the miles it's done them very, very nicely indeed. Coming to the back of the car, obviously this is the smallest boot you'll get because obviously this is with the rear two seats up. But again, it's really just a show. It's in lovely condition, just hopefully you can see. Back seats don't look as though they've really been used very much at all. Obviously you wouldn't normally have the tonneau cover there that's taken out when you're using the rear seats. So coming to the back, again, upholstery is really, really good. And bear in mind, these are sort of family cars, very much so with it being an MPV. This one hasn't been used as heavily as most I see. So coming on the front, passenger side, again, all very clean and tidy. So finally coming to the driver's door card, again, very clean. Driver's seat, again, really, really clean. Inside the car now, engine's running so the dashboard can be seen illuminated. Dashboard again, very, very clean and tidy. Nice display there for the radio, 6-speed manual gearbox. And then up to the dash itself, 104,172 miles, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. But as I said, it is very clean in here. The only thing which I mentioned on the road test video rather, up there, that forward hatch, it has had it coming open. Looks like it needs a new latch assembly fitted to it. Now, I'd imagine that's going to be an eBay job or something, but obviously that's exactly as it'll be sold, but I just want to highlight it. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Volkswagen Touran. It's a 2-litre TDI Sport model. This particular car is registered FG59HWB, and mileage at the start of the road test is 104,166 miles. The reason we do all of our videos, especially this road test section, is basically just to ensure that everyone gets to see the cars we're advertised actually in operation. The reason for that has been to see many cars over the years which have looked perfectly good in description, only to get there and find out when you drive it it's got a fundamental issue which you'd much rather have known about before setting off, so hence that's why we do it. So coming to the car itself, this car, well, you know from our website hopefully, our preferred cars that we sell are predominantly Honda with some Lexus cars. But we do take cars as part exchange, and obviously this car has come in as a part exchange to us. Car starts absolutely instantly and settles to a nice smooth even idle. There's no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and temperature gauge is running pretty much dead on half, which according to Google is exactly where it's meant to be. But the engines have always been nice units in these cars. It's smooth, quiet, very punchy, I have to say. You know, touch the throttle and things sort of picks up immediately. There's no lag to it. Really sprightly, and they're fantastic on fuel. My business partner had one of these. Said it's one of the best cars he's had for fuel use out of all the cars he's owned. But a lovely unit, and it still feels incredibly sweet. Put your foot down, just picks up and goes. No fluffing or coughing or spluttering or anything at all. So it's absolutely spot on. Sorry, the sun's a bit low today. It's a bit glary, so I do apologise. Engine then feeds into clutch and gearbox. Clutch on the car, absolutely perfect. Lovely and smooth in operation. Bike pointer exactly where it's meant to be. Gearbox itself, 6-speed box, typical Volkswagen box. They always do a good gear change, and this is no different. It's short and throw, it's nice and precise, very accurate, just very nicely engineered. You know, as I said, you know, we sell predominantly Honda stuff, and probably Volkswagen the only other company that come close in terms of sort of gear shift quality in our experience, at least anyway. And that feels pretty much as it would have done when it was new. It's incredibly tight and taut to use. Steering on the car, really nicely done, nicely weighted. Feels really tight on the road. The whole car does. It doesn't feel like the miles at all, I have to say. But the steering's precise and accurate. There's no vibrations at this speed, or certainly any speed up to the legal limit. When I drove the car last when they came to see us, and it tracks absolutely dead straight as well. Suspension on the car, again, for a family car, what they're going for is comfort, quite clearly, and it's very comfortable indeed. It rides beautifully, very smooth, very cosseting, yet when you go through the corners, it doesn't have any of the, that's one thing he did say, I'm going to come to that in a second, it's actually done it. When it comes to the corners, it flows through them really, really nicely, actually, I have to say. What I'm also looking for on the road test is this bump. There's the classic. Any kind of rattles or looseness in the suspension would show up there. And there's nothing, it said it just drives incredibly tightly, I have to say. Brakes on the car, make sure no one's directly behind me. But really good, solid brake pedal on the vehicle. Nice and powerful, no pulsing, no vibrations at all. So coming inside the car, so coming to the only criticism I've got of the car, so it's not really criticism. This forward hatch here needs a new latch, basically. I think they've got something stuck in there to stop it coming down, which you just did. But they did tell me about that, to be fair. That's pretty much it, because the rest of it's in really lovely condition. All seems to operate very nicely. So the dash, nice, simple, easy to use. Blower, aircon blows cold. Dash binnacle is nice and simple, easy to use. Very nicely built cars as well. You know, notwithstanding the fact it's done 100,000 miles, it's taken them very, very well indeed. As I said at the start of the video, the point, it is only a brief one. I'm aware of that, but it is literally just to show the car, just to see if there's anything obvious that shows up whilst driving the vehicle. And mechanically, I cannot fault it. It cannot fault it at all. It drives absolutely beautifully. So the only thing I criticise it for, and it's not a criticism at all, because it's something you probably get off eBay for next to nothing. Just this little hatch up there needs the new little button or a latch mechanism in it, or just a second-hand one, basically. Apart from that, very, very nice indeed.